Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the real meaning behind corporate filings. And today we've got a juicy one from RYVYL Inc. Get ready for some courtroom drama. Before we dive in, if you love getting straight answers from these mountain-sized corporate documents, make sure you are subscribed. And hey, we've got a fantastic community over on Discord too, linked in the description below. Alright, let's get right into it. This isn't your typical financial report where we're going to pore over spreadsheets. Today, we're talking about legal proceedings. Think of it as a business update with a side of legal settlement. RYVYL Incorporated, ticker symbol RYVYL, has just announced some pretty significant news on the legal front. So, what happened? Back on the 14th of November of 2025, a court in California, the US District Court for the Southern District of California, gave the thumbs up to a proposed settlement. This settlement is for a shareholder derivative lawsuit. Now, what does that mean in plain English? Well, shareholder derivative lawsuits are brought by shareholders on behalf of the company itself, usually against its own directors or officers who they believe have harmed the company. This particular case in RYVYL Incorporated derivative litigation has been rumbling along with a lead case number of 3-23-CV-01165-GPC-SBC. The company reached an agreement to settle this case back on the 30th of September of 2025, and importantly, this isn't just about one lawsuit. This settlement also wraps up other related lawsuits that were filed in Nevada, specifically in Clark County. These actions were all aimed at certain current or former officers and directors of RYVYL Incorporated, and they were filed between 2023 and 2024. So the company is essentially cleaning house on a bunch of legal dust-ups. The court's approval, which they're calling preliminary approval, means that the terms of the settlement are considered fair for now. But there is a process. Part of this preliminary approval is to make sure all the shareholders know what is going on. So, they'll be sending out a notice called the Notice of Proposed Settlement to everyone who is a shareholder, whether directly on record or in their name but held by someone else, as of the 30th of September 2025. This is to give everyone a heads up and a chance to object if they feel the settlement isn't fair. Now, for those of you who love to dive deep into the legal weeds, RYVYL Incorporated is filing all the important documents related to this settlement. You'll find copies of the preliminary approval itself, the actual stipulation and agreement of settlement, which includes all the fine print and exhibits, and the notice of proposed settlement. They're also filing a press release about this whole situation. These documents are being filed as exhibits to this Form 8K report so that the public can access them. Think of them as exhibits A, B, C, and D in this legal drama. It is a way for the company to be transparent about the settlement process that is now underway. What is the big picture here? RYVYL Incorporated, known by its stock ticker RVYL, is proactively working to resolve past legal issues. This settlement suggests they believe the cost of settling now is better than the risk and expense of continuing with these lawsuits. It is a move towards putting these legal battles behind them and focusing on the business. While this filing doesn't contain financial tables in the traditional sense, the story here is about risk management and corporate governance. Resolving these shareholder derivative lawsuits can be crucial for a company's reputation and can free up management's time and resources that would otherwise be tied up in litigation. This indicates a potentially more stable path forward, allowing the company to concentrate on its operations and strategy without the cloud of these lawsuits. Looking at this settlement from a strategic viewpoint, RYVYL Incorporated is taking a proactive stance. By agreeing to a settlement, they are essentially choosing certainty over the uncertainty of a trial. This suggests that the leadership likely assessed the potential outcomes of the litigation and decided that the settlement terms were the most favorable option. It is a sign of pragmatism in navigating difficult legal waters. The company is essentially saying, we've heard your concerns, we've come to an agreement, and we want to move forward. From an investor's perspective, this kind of news can be positive. It removes a significant overhang, which is often how legal risks are described. When those risks are removed, it can make the stock more attractive. This doesn't mean everything is suddenly perfect, but it does signal that a chapter is closing, allowing the company to potentially focus on growth and profitability without constant legal distractions. We'll keep an eye on how this plays out and what it means for RYVYL Incorporated's future performance. Alright, that is our quick decode of this RYVYL Incorporated filing. What is your take on this legal settlement? Does it signal a stronger, more stable company? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps us out. And subscribe for more corporate deep dives just like this one. Don't forget to check out the Discord group in the description to keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.